From the DSR News Desk, here is our chief correspondent, Othy Ramsey.
He's got money, he's in magazines, he's got more honey than any honeybee. He's Russell Rushing, gonna bring you the news in the morning.
Back to the morning.
Back to the morning.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
Still
I like
night-
that.
It's
That's
still
perfect.
nighttime.
Oh,
That's perfect.
Well, it is nighttime.
People can listen to this in the
that
morning.
Do one
doesn't-
about me. You,
Okay.
you didn't write one down about me.
Let me think. He's not got money.
No, he
He's
doesn't.
not in magazines. He's got no honey. Not a honeybee. He's Eric Schaefer. Gonna bring you the news in the morning.
In the morning.
Eric
Wonderfully
Russell
done.
about to bring you the news in the morning. I don't know if that works.
No, I don't
Take
think
back
so.
the light.
No.
No. All right, so T23 happened last Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and so much news came out of that. I thought I would just read you guys the top headlines, and then we
Let's
could
say
discuss that.
So much news, as predicted
Yep.
by the Dunestone Redemption.
Yeah,
we call that.
Specifically, our chief correspondent, Othy Ramsey. He was like, because nothing came out of Comic-Con, and they just dropped the
and
hammer.
you said,
Through
They were
everything.
dropping the
Everything's gone.
hammer.
I mean, even the kitchen sink came out of this
Hammer
one.
time.
Yeah, it did.
So here's the top headlines, and the first one I wrote is a laugh because I think Eric's going to like this one. Hillary Duff is back as Lizzie McGuire.
I saw that.
You're going to love that.
I
Weird.
never watched Lizzie McGuire.
Now, is she like Lizzie McGuire's mom in this one?
I think she's still Lizzie, being
she's
Lizzie,
grown up, yeah.
doing Lizzie things.
That's
Have you seen
weird.
that commercial with her on it where she's selling the blue apron or the...
No.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. It's interesting. It's on once in a while on the Netflix or
Well,
something.
good for her. She's going to make money. New Lady and the Tramp live action trailer hit.
Yeah, now see...
Looks weird.
That's like my least favorite, some of my least favorite Disney movies.
Oh, one of my favorites.
And so I'm like, I'm going to watch the trailer. And Bridget's like, no. And I'm like, I'm not going to watch the trailer because we ain't going to go see that one.
I didn't
Dog
see the
lovers
little
are gonna
black
go crazy.
Scotty dog on there, though,
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
with his bunny bone in the backyard.
The only cool thing I saw from that is Tramp was a rescue dog. They got. I'm like, that's
Of
pretty
course.
A
cool.
real tramp.
So he's a real tramp.
Genuine T-Ramp.
Kit Harington is going to be in the MCU. He's going to be playing the Black Knight and the Internals, which that's Jon Snow for the people that don't know his real name.
Yeah, that's cool.
So they pulled him to the MCU.
I did not see that news.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I think what they're going to do is introduce him in the Internals.
Eternals.
Internals, excuse me.
Eternals. The
And he's gonna-
Externals
he's-
is a porno movie.
Why do you know that?
Just saying.
That was reaching, but I like it.
What's external?
I think he's going to get his own movie. I think it's what they're going to do after
Yeah,
that.
set him up for his own
Uh-huh.
film. Yeah, definitely could carry one.
We did see all of the externals in costume. They were up there. So there's two
Did
new
we?
origins.
They were all in costume
well,
as well.
they were in front of the photos of them in the costumes.
That's kind of cool.
And they look
That's cool.
completely different from what a superhero
I
costume.
really need to do some reading because I don't know what the Externals is about.
And I don't think that was a very more Marvel. I don't think that was a very
Christ
long-lived
Almighty,
comic.
we got to start calling it the Eternals. We're
Eternals.
just gonna get
Externals.
stuck doing that the
Okay,
whole
so the
time.
externals
doing
is
it
the
from now on.
Eternals,
They're like gods.
Okay.
and they've been on Earth for a while.
So
right?
they can't die?
No, I would say most of them are immortal.
So what's compelling about that?
I don't know. We're gonna have to.
And this was a comic book
Who's
genre.
Who's the guy? I can't think of his name. I mentioned him one time. He played King Rob, brother to
Oh,
John.
yeah.
So they're going to be reunited on screen
Oh, that's interesting.
Didn't
because
think of that.
he's the lead. I didn't think about that tonight. Because isn't Angelina Jolie too in it?
Yeah, she's in it.
And the guy from Stuber, I can't think. The guy that we really like from Silicon Valley. He's in
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Anyway,
Kumail
Yes.
Nanjiani.
Yeah.
Sorry, I apologize, Kumail.
so for the first time in about 6 years, Pixar has two new original features.
Okay.
And they gave looks at Onward is one of them, and the other one called Soul. But normally it's a
Soul.
sequel. It's like a Toy Story 4, it's
Right.
a
Yeah,
Cars
yeah,
3.
right.
So they finally got some new content coming out of Pixar.
Interesting. I did not see that either.
Yeah.
I've seen a little bit about that Onward. I don't know anything about this Soul.
And there was a brief
Is
like
it SOUL?
It's about
or-
shoes.
yes. It's about what?
Shoes.
Oh, I thought you said cheese. I'm like,
No,
how would
no.
Soul? I get shoes because that's in the bottom, but
Yeah.
cheese, I don't think
Soul
it's
cheese.
about cheese.
No one I've heard of is in it.
Does
What's
that have a
it about?
synopsis?
Felicia
Synopsis?
Rashad, Jamie Foxx, don't know who that is. Tina Fey,
Oh,
So
seriously?
everybody's in
Never heard of
this.
Amir Khalib Thompson.
Okay,
He's
so,
Curly from the Roots.
so everyone is in this.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Onward is like, what do I want to say? Like, I think of it like Middle Earth if it was today's time. Like they've got cell
Okay.
phones and they're going on a quest, but they're just going to run an errand. and it's got Tom Holland, the kid that plays
Doesn't it have
Spider-Man,
Chris Pratt in it?
and Chris Pratt.
Okay.
They're the two main leads.
I remembered that.
So yeah, that one looks funny to me. I'll definitely. I like Pixar, so I'm gonna check both
Well,
those
I
out.
mean, Tom Holland's out of work right now, right?
Well, we're gonna talk about
No,
that.
he's not.
We're gonna talk about that in a second.
I mean, well, he may be. Yeah, that's interesting. But
How about
but he's
you?
in a film coming out with him and Downey Jr. here pretty soon.
Those
Oh,
two-
really?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
good buddies now. How about Ewan McGregor is going to be back as Obi-Wan
I
in the
saw
new
that.
Disney Plus series?
That's
Saw
awesome,
that.
isn't it?
Yeah.
You
That
like
is
that?
freaking awesome.
Did you watch the previews for The Mandalorian?
That's my next segment.
Sorry.
The Mandalorian official
Dude,
trailer
that
just
looks
came out.
Dope.
Seriously? I don't know what it's about.
I don't care what it's about.
Well, I understand, but-
they had stormtrooper heads on
Well,
spikes.
And it's got the
disagree.
guy
I
we
think
like
it's gonna
from
be dark.
Narcos and from he was Obadiah whatever from.
Obadiah Stane?
No, it wasn't Obadiah Stane. Gosh dang it, he plays the Mandalorian or whatever you call it.
Are you talking about Pedro Pascal?
There it is. I couldn't think of the last name. I didn't want to say his last name because I knew I'd butcher it.
Yeah.
Pedro.
Pedro Pascal, yeah, from Narcos.
Well,
What-
Disney
what
is
was that
from.
movie we just watched?
Triple
with him?
Frontier.
No.
Oh, Dust.
No.
Oh, the Moon movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was called Dust.
No.
Wasn't it?
Uh-uh.
What
That's
was
gonna
it?
bug us.
But where they're he was with the girl on the planet.
Yeah. The ray guns I like.
Yeah, hold on. It should be right here in my book. I got my book here in front of
So
me.
Disney's like putting a lot of money into this one. So if you think about the Game of Thrones budget, it was $10 million per episode the last two seasons, right?
Prospect is what
Prospect.
it's called. Sorry,
This
folks.
Mandalorian, they're dumping $15 million per episode currently.
Good God.
15 million.
per episode, not for the series. For
Then
this,
it better be really good.
that's what I'm thinking. They put
so
production. into
when
this.
does all this happen? November 12th?
That's yes, yeah.
Am I
that's-
reading your notes?
You're reading my mind.
Sorry.
So get out of here.
Sorry, I
So
apologize.
you don't know what I'm thinking else. It's gross. It's bad. All right, how about this? Moon Knight and She-Hulk will get their own Disney
Okay, what
Plus
is
show.
Moon Knight? I don't know anything.
He's a Batman?
Moon Knight, he's the Fist of Khonshu.
What's that mean?
Why did you laugh when you say that?
Because I was looking at your face to see if that registered at all. So Khonshu is the god of the moon in Egyptology.
Okay.
And Moon Knight is either a superpowered hero or an insane maniac.
Huh.
So basically me.
So
it's the story of me.
This has got
and so you never really know.
Matthew McConaughey in it?
So is he being powered by this god that he says he's being powered by, or is he a homeless nutbag?
Oh.
Okay.
So kind of an interesting.
Is this I thought this was a direct sequel of Matthew McConaughey in The Beach Bum.
Could be.
Okay.
But that's
Didn't
the
know.
Raging Psycho.
is
but-
McConaughey in it?
The
No,
two of
no.
those
Oh.
that I can't figure out if they're live action, if they're cartoon. I think they're
Moon Knight?
cartoon, but
I
I
don't see
know.
how you do She-Hulk as a live action. Maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, think about it, because she's not
Well, they
huge.
certainly did the Hulk as a live action.
true.
Well, and she's
For
not.
years
She could be like a
on
Luke
TV.
Cage like person. Like Luke was big, but he wasn't like.
Well, She-Hulk was always a lawyer.
Uh huh.
She was like a lawyer, and now she doesn't transform.
She's always green.
She's always Hulk. She's always hulky.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one live action flick they didn't talk about at Comic Con that they've announced is Miss Marvel. And I don't know where that's going to fall in the timeline, or I honestly don't even know who she is. But everyone's pretty excited about that.
I'm with Russell. I'm a little bit over all this right now.
Well, I got one more that let me drop on you. Black Panther 2 got announced at
I saw
D23
that.
May 6th of 2020. So that's going to be the kind of the bookend. I don't know if that's going to be
May
before they
6th
try to
of
do
2020.
2020.
I thought it was 2021.
No, and I think it's because that director, I'm going to try because his name's incredible, who's awesome, is really booked.
Gotcha.
I think he's even doing like Creed 3 or something. Like the guy's awesome, doing a lot of stuff. How about this? Did you guys see the new poster for the Rise of the Skywalker in that new clip?
yeah.
So you think Rey goes bad?
No.
No, I don't either. But that was huge.
You got to be tempted by the dark side
Right.
at some point.
The thing that this was the one I found most interesting. There's going to be another live action show. Well, it's a live action, but it's a show on Disney Plus called The World According to Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, I saw.
Who won't watch that?
I won't watch that.
What?
You don't like him?
Oh, I
No.
love that guy.
Drives me crazy. And those commercials, I'm like, oh god.
Oh,
turn
the
this down.
apartment commercials. Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake! No, I'm not intrigued by that man. Sorry.
But those are the biggest headlines I pulled, but there was so much more. I mean, we could spend an hour just talking on some of that stuff, but yeah, they really went for the hills and freaking
Did they
pulled
show
out
any
everything.
previews of Moon Knight?
No.
Or anything? That was always. I really loved that character, Mark Spector.
You knew
He,
who,
he looks
you
like
knew
he's
who
got
that
like
was.
a hood on, and you can't see his face. And he's got a big cape.
Well, yeah, he wears like a cowl, kind of like.
So he's not just like like a guy randomly, like a Luke Cage out there and about.
No, he
He's
wears a whole
costumed.
costume. He's
Okay.
more like a
Gotcha.
daredevil. Yeah.
I don't know. Well, and so I know you had something kind of on streaming, but services we kind of talked about. I'm not going to say too much, but Disney announced that it's going to be $7 basically a month. But just recently, I can't think if you're D23 members, they've offered it. If you pay for 3 years, it's $140.
Good God.
So it boils down to it's less than $3, 34% off the total price. It's like $3 or $4 a month, if that.
I just look for that. Hopefully they just straight pick up like Daredevil. Why don't
Right.
they pick up that Daredevil and steal a whole bunch of people from Netflix?
Well, how about this? Guess what they got now? They've got X-Men.
Yeah.
Let's hear some X-Men chatter. Or what else do they have that they picked up? All the Fox stuff. Let's hear another Simpsons movie.
I almost
I mean-
picked the Dark Phoenix for next month, and then I was like, I don't think I really even want to sit through that. So
Yeah, I
it's
heard
time
that's
to start over again.
Yeah, and they could do it small. Start small.
Right.
Yeah, they got so much in the can. And the only like my girlfriend was thinking, should I do this? I'm like, the only way that's a bad deal is if all their content turns out to be horrible.
Right.
If all their new stuff turns out to be bad and you bought it all this early, yeah,
It's
that's a bad deal.
$140 though. That's all you're out.
But
That
if you
ain't
like all
terrible.
their Marvel and all their Disney, all the stuff they've had previously, and you want to
Yeah.
watch that, it's a win there.
Yeah, I'd be curious. I bet it is garbage when they first open it.
Yep.
You're not going to be able to. It's going to sit there and spin.
I think they'll have
You know.
issues that first month until what it comes out. What in 2 weeks? September 12th.
No, I thought it was November.
November 12th is when. You're right. That's when the Mandalorian. That's the first one that really drops. But the service is supposed to be up and running.
Seriously, I didn't know that it was
Yeah.
that soon.
Can you check the date on that when it's going to be up?
I'll look it
For
up.
the actual Disney
When it
streaming
goes
site?
live? Yeah.
Oh, let's see here. I was reading a little bit about Miss Marvel. It is going to be live action.
Oh yeah. Miss Marvel is Moon Knight and is She-Hulk.
Oh,
Those are the two I didn't
Poop.
know about.
Well,
I asked
I'm an
you the
idiot.
right question. You looked up the wrong answer.
just an idiot.
Yeah, I tell
He's
you.
like-
Well, she was the one I didn't know anything about, so I wanted
Yeah.
to
Disney
look at her
Plus will
first.
launch November 12th.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
So maybe they're trying to get you to buy in now.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
that's what's happening.
I would pay for that now.
Yeah, that's why I told him, like, do it, we'll go halfsies. And it's not a big deal. Because we're going to use the same account at my house. So
Yep.
how about this? While we're talking about Disney, they're talking about doing a couple things to their Disney Plus, and they're going to remake some movies. So they're talking about remaking Home Alone, Cheaper by the Dozen, Night at the Museum, and Diary of a Wimpy Kid just for Disney
They're going
Plus.
to remake Night at the Museum already?
Or how about, why are they going to remake Home Alone? How did
I
you...
already heard they were going to do that, and it was like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd heard
Well,
that.
because they'll eventually remake everything.
well, they
So I
came-
understand the Cheaper by the Dozen.
Yep.
That's been a long time. Home Alone has been a long time. They're not going to come out and make a Home Alone 4 because Macaulay Culkin looks like looks like a heroin addict now.
I'd probably
You can't
he's
put
a
him in
heroin
it.
addict.
Oh,
Oh.
well that makes sense.
What? How
Yeah.
much was it? Residuals
Residuals.
that he makes in the Christmas season.
Oh yeah, who cares? Yeah, he never had to work again.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, could I
That's
let
all.
me be Ralphie for a year?
Oh yeah,
You know.
that's true. That's true. So yeah, Cheaper by the Dozen and Night at the Museum are pretty recent. So I'm surprised they're doing that. But
Cheaper by the Dozen is older than you think, but Night at the
You talking about
Museum,
that one with
Steve Martin.
Steve
Steve
Martin.
Martin? Yeah.
the
I
Night
guess,
at the Museum one, the last one,
Uh huh.
was not that long ago.
Because
Okay.
you went to the movies and saw that, didn't you?
Were there
you
3
take
of those or
somebody's kid
just
or
2?
something?
I think I saw that one. Yeah,
I saw the
there was
first
3
one.
of those. I'm pretty sure.
So should we talk
Yeah.
about Disney and Sony now? Since we're on the Disney
Yeah.
bandwagon. So basically they have split on Spider-Man. I guess Disney wanted more money is what sources are saying. And Sony's like, nope. But here's my thing is they've been successful with Venom.
No,
Venom
so,
worked.
So Sony wanted more money, and Disney said no.
I saw it the opposite way.
Well,
But
why would
since we're not in that boardroom, I don't know if we'll ever know.
Why would
right.
Disney wanted to do a 50-50 split. And Sony was like, no, you get your
Disney
10-20.
wanted a greater share of the profits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which in Disney's mind, they made him what he is, to bring him in to the MCU.
Yeah.
But they've had success with Venom and Into the Spider-Verse, which was no way connected to Disney, and it worked out. So I'm wondering if they're like, we're going to do our own thing. Screw you, because Tom's still in a contract for I think 3 more movies.
Right, but who's he under contract with?
I think Sony, and Sony's bought out like the
Because
whatever.
I thought it was Marvel.
I don't know. It'd be,
No, Holland's under contract with Marvel.
is he?
That's what I
Yeah.
So
thought.
how do they use him then if Sony says
I don't know
no?
if they're gonna.
So he's just done.
I think they're just gonna reboot it.
Oh damn.
That was I think that was the ultimatum that they were making. Hey, you've got this good Spider-Man. You don't give us more money.
You don't get
You
him.
don't get good Spider-Man anymore.
Could he sign a new contract with Sony to make some stuff?
I doubt it.
don't think so.
Think
I'm
he's
sure
legally
Marvel-
I'm
binding?
reading that here.
I'm sure Marvel locked him into some films
Yes.
as that character.
and they're like,
Yeah.
you know, he's just saying that.
Now,
So that's
can
why
Tom
he's-
Holland get a job as another character? Well, that's very possible.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yes.
But it's not just Spider-Man that they take the rights to. So there's a crap ton of villains and secondary
The
characters. and
Sinister
stuff.
Six and all those people.
Yeah, so there's a lot of villains and stuff that will be
How
part
do
of
you
that.
feel about Sony having ownership of that again?
You know, fine if they want to sit on it for a while. I think we've hit peak Spider-Man anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, this last film was like what the 9th film that there has
Oh.
been a Spider-Man film.
If not more.
Yeah, so I think we've hit peak Spider-Man.
Did you see it yet?
Sit on that. Sit on Batman for a while.
Did you
Sit on
see
both of them.
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was very good. You know, then you ask Bridget, what'd you think of that? Spider-Man's the worst character. I'm not saying this because you're here. He doesn't do anything. That's what she says, and I'm like, yeah, he does a lot of it. What? Okay, never mind.
What does he do?
I'm not convincing you of anything.
That's
He's a
awesome.
friendly neighborhood guy,
Yeah.
and he cracks a joke or
Yeah,
two.
keep him. Well, the 3 of us, we've all seen it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So how do you think? My mind is the very cut scene. I thought that was just a. Oh gosh, what was the? I'm horrible with. I thought that was when they were introduced or said that hey, he's Peter Parker to everybody.
J.K. Simmons.
When that cut thing. What was the bad guy in that movie? Gosh dang, Mysterio.
Mysterio.
I thought it was just Mysterio playing another trick. Is what I think it is.
Gotcha.
I don't think they really announced it, but I don't know because that plays into a lot. You would think, you know.
But you're probably never going to find out.
No,
Yeah.
nope, you'll never see Mysterio.
I
again.
think that Marvel is kind of holding an empty bag right now.
I think it's
Well-
full. I
well-
think the bag's full.
No, but I mean, yeah, maybe
well,
that's a
it's
good way
full.
to say it.
Yeah.
It's full
What
of
do you do?
secondary stuff. So I think what they need to do is they need to explore all this secondary stuff. You might have another Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right,
on hand.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Who had heard of those jokers before?
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy 1 came out.
Now I love a
My
train
cousin
raccoon.
had.
Right.
I had heard of Star Lord, and that is it
Yeah, I hadn't heard
of that
any
whole
of it.
of that whole group.
You didn't know Groot?
No, I didn't know who they were.
didn't know
and then
that.
that came out, and I got to say that's been some of the most compelling stuff that
Absolutely.
Marvel's done. So this Eternals may have. I hate that they failed with the Inhumans because the Inhumans,
But they did that wrong and put it on TV.
yeah, and
Yeah.
the Inhumans are really cool characters, and I really liked those when I was a kid.
Did you watch the series?
No,
I don't think
It
anyone
looked
did.
terrible.
It
it
did look
looked it
terrible.
looked like poop on a stick. So
It had some good
stayed
actors and
stayed away.
actresses.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to jump off the superheroes for a minute and just ask a couple questions.
It's hard for us to do. Yeah,
I know because there's 2 more stories about them, but
it's like, how come there isn't the push? You know, to I have not yet. It's August 2019. I have yet to watch a movie that I'm like, that's an Academy Award caliber movie. Now I know they hold all of them to the end of the year.
Yeah, and
go see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay,
Go see it.
but you know I don't like Tarantino.
Okay, don't go see it.
yeah.
Don't go see
don't
it.
Which
like
is
the way
weird.
you
I ran
tell
into him the
stories.
other day, and he said, "I don't care
like-
for shape."
And that's fine. Yeah.
And I was like, he's an okay guy.
Now, I
quit.
mean, I like Django, but Django was a story told differently. It wasn't a typical Tarantino story.
it wasn't mixed around jumbled
Yeah.
plot
And
line.
this-
That's what kills you on
That's
it.
what
You
I
like
think.
This
a
one, then,
linear
okay. If
story.
that's what kills you on his, go see this one. then.
Okay.
Go
Yeah,
see
that's
this
what
one.
it is. It's not
Very
like,
linear. I mean, there's no.
Django was fantastic.
Right.
That deserved all the acclamations that it got because it was like, but it was very linear. I cannot handle this jumping around.
If Brad Pitt doesn't win for Best Supporting Actor in this movie, then I would say that the Oscars are rigged.
Okay.
That's how good he is in this.
So,
it's insane.
but
That's
what
good.
else are you guys hearing of anything like
well,
that?
that peanut butter falcon
Yeah, I
Yes.
looks
wanna
good to
see
me.
that.
That's going to be
That
awesome.
looks good to me.
I listen to Doug Loves Movies podcast all the time,
Uh-huh.
and he just
Shout out to Doug.
raves. Yeah, shout out Doug. Yeah, he wouldn't like any of us,
Yeah.
but he says that's his favorite thing he's seen lately.
That's
I think
cool.
I think that could hold the cards there.
Well, here's the problem in general. If you roll over to the theater, doesn't matter which one you pick.
Right.
You have your choice of 2 children's movies,
Yeah.
your choice of 2 horror movies, maybe a rom-com,
Yeah.
Two
and
blockbusters.
and a couple of guys in tights, superheroes. That stuff is just not making it into the theaters because here's the reason.
We're voting with our pockets.
Disney ain't making them.
Yeah. Exactly right.
Disney doesn't support independent film in any way.
Well, I can't tell you the last independent film I went to see. So I mean, I go see Marvel movies. I go see Sony movies. I go see. You know,
Once Upon a Time is an independent film.
So let me
yeah,
tell you
was that by
this.
Paramount though?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know any. Okay, so we went.
I don't know as if it is by Paramount.
We went and saw the Disney trap that is The Lion King this
That
weekend,
sucked.
and me and Sophie will be reviewing that
Yeah, you need to
and
get that
putting
up.
out a video. We just went and saw it Sunday, so we'll
Okay.
film it this week and throw it up. But we were there, and there was a line of people buying movie tickets on a Sunday afternoon at 1:00 this weekend.
Yeah,
And me and Bridget were going, what are they going to see? And so, being the person who observes everything that my wife is, she says they're all coming out of this movie called The Overcomer.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What is that about?
I've seen the
Is
trailers.
that one of
but
those Jesus movies?
I think it's a bit religious. Yes.
Okay,
I can't tell you the whole story. But
gotcha.
Yeah, it plays to different markets, and
Okay,
where we live,
well,
that plays
it
very well.
had everybody over the age of 60 in it
Yeah.
there, and it was full.
Yeah.
So, just thought that was interesting.
Well, and that's just we vote with our
The
pocketbooks. and
Overcomer?
so,
The Overcomer.
That's why they're not making these independents, or what they're trying to do, which I hope it works. I hope some of these new independents just go right to Netflix or some of these streaming services
Yeah.
where we can get them and watch them there.
But you're going to get one movie like Roma a year that comes out of
Yeah.
Netflix that gets nominated. Everything else is going to be, I hate it because we are on such a sprint to watch all the Oscar-nominated movies between the first week of January, second week of January, and March. You have like 6 weeks, and you can't watch a lot of them without
I
going
feel
to
like
the
we
Oh,
might
movies.
it's
have
just
hit
called
them.
Overcomer.
Overcomer.
I feel
Okay.
like we've
That's why I
watched a
couldn't
few
find
though.
it.
I bet there's gonna be a lot that we've seen that's like, oh, that's gonna get nominated. I
Yes.
think
You
This
do
is-
think that?
This is a very religious film.
Okay.
And
All
I
right.
think that
Yeah.
when we watch the documentary, or Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers,
Oh, yeah.
I think that will hold a lot of votes. I think there's a couple coming up that we're planning on seeing too that will hold a lot of votes.
Okay.
So I think we'll be all right. But I'm with you. Yeah, there's a short amount of time to get them all in.
All right, so what are your last 2 pieces of news?
So,
News?
well, the last kind of I got a lot more. Just unfortunately the Spider-Man or whatever. So Andy Serkis,
Serkis,
thank you.
yes.
He's going to be directing the second Venom.
Okay.
So
That's
that's kind of
interesting, yeah.
interesting.
There's a
I thought.
lot of potential there with that.
That's
for that person.
kind of
Did
what
you
I
guys
thought.
see it?
Yeah.
I thought it was okay.
I thought it was okay, too.
I didn't think it was too
Yeah.
bad.
So here's another thing I read, and this might be why we're not seeing so many independents. So Disney bought out Fox, and due to The Dark Phoenix poor performance at the box office, they've decided to cancel quite a few shows. So they are no longer going to go with Taika Waititi's reboot of the Flash Gordon movie. I know that sucks for you. There was a modern day war movie by Gary Fugna, the writer and director of Bond 25, and he was like almost in production. They've canned that. Matt Reeves was going to do a bank robbery movie. They've canned that. Which I think Matt Reeves is awesome. Ben Affleck had a movie about the McDonald's Monopoly robbery. I don't know if you guys remember that.
No.
Where the people were stealing
Yeah.
That was looked to be promising. They cut that. They were doing a movie about Magic the Gathering. That's been cut.
Done, huh?
Good.
Toy Mageddon, which was kind of a small soldiers reboot.
Uh-huh.
Cut that. And then McCain, which was going to be a Die Hard prequel set 30 years in the previously from the first Die Hard. Which I'm like, McClane, how young would he be 30 years from that first movie?
well,
he'd be
he's 60 now. Oh, from the
first
movie.
he'd be super young.
He'd be a child.
Right.
It'd have to be about his
He'd be a
father.
teenager.
The only thing that they've decided to stick with is the Ad Astra, Death on the Nile, West Side Story, and The Woman in the Window because they're all pretty much in the can.
They're
Everything
pretty
else,
much done. Yeah,
they cut everything.
They cut everything, huh?
They just said, "Hey,
well,
you're-
we've said several times that last year Disney released 11 films. Their whole deal.
Right.
And they were the 11 most winningest films at the box office.
Yep,
You know, so they don't spend as much on overall quantity as some of the other studios do, but what they do makes big money.
makes big money and
So
wins
why?
awards.
I mean, yeah. So why would they put any of their marketing behind these other films
right.
Yeah.
when they've got all these other marketing? So I don't know.
So
And
from
see,
a-
and I like Fox Searchlight films.
yeah,
They always make some good,
decent
interesting
ones.
things. That Ready or Not that I saw here recently was a Fox Searchlight, and it was good.
Was it?
It was nuts.
So I think we've all kind of heard about this one while we're talking a little bit of politics anyway tonight. Universal pulled the plug on the movie called The Hunt. I don't know if you guys read about that. And it was basically in the wake of the mass shootings that have happened. They decided not to release that movie, and I guess it had some political undertones where I think Hillary supporters were called something one. I don't know. Either Hillary or Trump supporters were called like a nickname, and they were somewhat the people they were hunting in this movie.
Oh wow.
But it's very reminiscent of. Do you remember the interview a few years ago? They pulled that because was it Seth Rogen?
Kim
Yeah,
Jong Un.
Kim
Yeah.
got involved.
And this is kind of the same way.
Wow.
So that was big news for about 2 weeks.
Well, that was because the country was threatening to go to war with us.
yeah,
Yeah,
this
because
is
of
because
this
of
But
whole-
this
all,
is like all the mass shootings and stuff. They don't
which
think it's
Yeah.
appropriate.
seems to happen every week.
I
What is
know.
wrong with our country?
Crazy
It's
people.
Barely
sad.
makes the news anymore.
That's just it. You can't keep up. That's how sad
No,
it is. You can't
no.
keep up with which mass shooting.
No.
I remember when the Virginia Tech one 9 years ago was a huge one, and now it's like which Virginia Tech one? It's like
Mm-hmm.
that's silly to think about. It's so bad. But that's all the non-Spider-Man and superhero news I have. What did you have?
That's all I had. I
That's
wanted
all.
to talk about the fact that, man, I want to sit down and watch one of these movies. And go, man, that was one of the best, and I have not seen that this year. It's August. I haven't seen that movie that I'm like, wow, that was really good. You know, that is really, really pulled something from me. You know?
Yeah, some good dramas, but
Yeah.
it's that's the way it happens. It happens
Yeah.
at the end of the
End of
year
the year.
every year.
I hate that.
Watch,
I hate that.
check out the Once Upon a Time. I think you'll do. It's one of those.
Okay.
When I walked out of it, I was like, I didn't like that. And the further away I got from the movie, I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
It's weird to think about that way.
Man, I do want to see that.
I do
Yeah,
want to see
yeah.
it too because I like those guys. So.
And I'm excited for it.
Oh, yeah.
so excited for that.
So that's
We're
all
gonna
I've
enjoy
got in news. Russ, you got anything?
Squat.
Russ
I
has got
have
money. He's in magazines.
Yep.
He's got more honey than any honeybee. He's a Russian. Gotta bring in the news in the morning. You can't sing my name. It's a one-syllable name. Because you can do that, but Russell. That's got more.
Yeah.
Eric. Tim. Doesn't work.
No,
Doesn't work.
work.
Tim doesn't work. So
Yeah.
that's it. Thanks for listening to the
Timmy.
news. Timmy.